welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be vlogging again. I have missed vlogging so much, and I have been trying to do other types of content, mainly shorts. So if you have been loving my shorts, definitely follow me on my Instagram because I post every single day on Instagram. I try to. But welcome back to another vlog. This vlog's gonna be a little different than what I've done in the past. I'm gonna be doing a week in my life instead of a day in my life, or at least several days in my life, because it is Tuesday. I didn't start on Monday. Monday was just like too hectic, but it is Tuesday, September 10th, and it is 9:30 in the morning right now. I woke up super early this morning because I had a meeting with my intern. I know, I have an intern, my first intern ever, and it's been a lot. But anyways, I'm gonna do a week in my life video, just sharing. I really wanted to do this video mainly about sort of my life managing my full-time job, my part-time freelance business, and having 5+ hobbies. So I wanted to create this video sort of talking about that and bringing you through the week in my life, because it is a pretty busy week. I do feel like week to week I sort of end up booking myself out. If I'm not busy, I don't feel great, you know what I mean? Like, I am someone who loves to be booked and busy, and that's just me. That's how I worked best, kind of like zooming around to other places. So yeah, I want to bring you on a week in my life. Today is Tuesday. That means I'm going to the office. I do spend my mornings at home, just because I can't. I'm not an early riser, but I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm gonna go into the office to work for a few hours and then come back home because I really want to go on a run today, which is one of my hobbies. I love running. It's been really great lately. Like, I found it to be like a really good hobby. I don't go to like a run club or anything, but I just kind of like run recreationally for myself. I don't know if that's what I consider my hobby. But yeah, so as some of you know, I work full-time as a social media program manager for a pretty large company. So that's what I do full-time. But then on the side, I also have a part-time freelance business, which right now I have 3 clients. There was a time I had 4 clients, and I have met my limit. I know, I was like, I love to be booked and busy, but I do have a limit, and 3 clients is definitely that limit. So right now I have 3 active clients that I'm working with right now, total accumulating to over 20 hours of work, besides my full-time job. And then outside of that, I also have hobbies that I am engaged in, like 5 active hobbies, but 3 that I'm gonna be doing this week that I'm gonna share with you. So very excited for that. But first things first is let's get ready for the office, and I will update you later today. Before I get ready, I definitely want to share a tip for how I'm able to like manage everything. I have said this in so many vlogs before, and I feel like I'm like a spokesperson for like digital planners and to-do lists, but I am a chronic to-do list person. If it's not on a list, it's not gonna get done. That's my little slogan, because I have like circled through so many to-do lists. Like, I have like so many like empties, like basically to-do lists that I like finished. This is my current one that I'm loving now. I just get them from Target. Honestly, there's nothing secret on here, so I'm just gonna show it. But it kind of has all of my stuff that I need to do, but listed out in task form. So I like to break the little chunks of things that I need to do in tasks, so I kind of like know day to day what little tasks, because I feel like big picture wise, I know what needs to get done, but I don't really know the steps to get there. And so I just like to write it on a to-do list. I also do use GCal, Notion, and Google Tasks all in conjunction with each other, and on the occasion like an actual physical planner, but I don't open my physical planner often. But yeah, if you're ever like thinking about ways you want to like fit more in your schedule, because I know like there are some people who like know that they don't want anything else but their full-time job, and that's fine. But if you do have the desire to either start a side business, a side hustle, or even have time for your hobbies, I think a to-do list is a great way to sort of time block without actually time blocking. It's kind of just like breaking your stuff up into smaller digestible tasks for you to do. But yes, let's get ready for work. I'm gonna put on a cute fit. I already have my shirt on, my Venus flytrap shirt, and then I'm gonna eat some breakfast and we're gonna get going and start our day. Hello everyone, it is 4:30 now and I got home a while ago. I got home at 3:30 and then I ended work at 4 because I started early today, and I got on the treadmill for like 20 minutes ish and I just started feeling a pain in my ankle, and so I'm icing right now because I do have skating tomorrow. But I don't recall like injuring myself in anything that I've been doing, but it could highly be a possibility because I do, you know, I do figure skating, pole, and I do run. So I'm like, okay, something could have happened and I just didn't like register it. It's feeling better now that I'm icing it. I don't know if it was just like a stitch sort of thing or but I caught it before it was too late. Like, it definitely wasn't that bad, but I was like just feeling something, and I get really like sort of paranoid about these things because I'm like, I don't want to injure myself because then I can't do like everything that I want to do. I can't do all of my hobbies, my activities. So for safekeeping, I just got off the treadmill and I was like, we're gonna call it today. It's meant to be. But you know, actually, it's probably for the best that I didn't run today because I do have work to catch up on. I am transitioning into my freelance work. I try to do my freelance sort of side business, side hustle, which accumulates to over 20 hours a week after work and before work. So that's how I kind of time block it. Everything is pretty much in my head. I feel like I'm really good with time management, and I just naturally kind of like know when to do things and what assignments need to be done first, but I also use a to-do list. But yeah, so I will be transitioning into freelance right now, and I will spend the next 4 hours doing freelance and switching between 3 of my clients. I currently have 3 freelance clients. I had 4 and then I just got so burnt out, so I'm happy with 3 now. I'm just very happy, and I feel like it's like that's my limit. I feel like a lot of people have different limits of like how many clients they can take on and like at the same time, and for me it's definitely 3. But yeah, I'm gonna do some freelance and I'm gonna probably split it up since I do have 4 hours. I'm gonna split up I'm not gonna split it evenly, but I'm gonna do one of them for 2 and then split the other 2 into 1 hour segments because one of them is more pressing. But yeah, that's kind of how I like to think of it. I like to like see the available time that I have and, you know, allocate tasks based on that. I do really want to take my course. I'm doing a course from Course Careers called the Digital Marketing course, and it's about like paid advertising. I do really want to do my course because I'm in such a kick. Like I feel like I'm like in the zone, you know, I'm locked in, so I really want to take advantage of that, but we'll see if I get time to do it. And then tomorrow I am waking up at 6:30 a.m. to go to figure skating class. I know you're probably like, oh my god. Yeah, I sometimes like think about it. If I think about it too hard, I like start regretting it, but that is the price you have to pay if you want to have 5 hobbies. So that's definitely a big one. And tomorrow is a really weird day because I have skating and pole on the same day, which is going to be really exhausting for me. I try not to do both because I want like days of rest in between strenuous activity, but timing just happened and that's what it is. So I'm going to be doing that, and right now I'm going to do some freelance work and then I'll catch up with you probably tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. I just had the most amazing skate lesson probably of my entire life. Like, honestly, it was so great. So I started private lessons. My first one was actually 2 weeks ago, but I feel like this is my first official one of the fall season. So it's my first private lesson of the fall season, and We changed my time. I usually am used to 8 a.m., you know, lessons, and that's like just early enough for me to feel like a little bit tired. But we did change my lessons to 7:15 in the morning, which just worked better for my coach. And to be honest, I'm pretty flexible, especially when it comes to mornings. Like if I have to wake up, that's like the least I can do for my coach. So yeah, my lessons start at 7:15, so I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to, you know, get ready. I like to braid my hair to put it out of my face. I eat a little bit of breakfast, drink a little water. So yeah, I end up waking up at 6 a.m. and then leaving by 7 to make it into 7:15. And it was just such a great lesson. I love waking up early, but I can rarely do it. So, you know, any excuse to wake up early, I feel like is a good one for me. But yeah, so 7:15, I think that's like such a perfect time because it was kind of like when people are getting ready for school. So there wasn't anyone really there, but the last 30 minutes of my lesson, the rink was entirely empty. I had the rink to myself with my coach, and it was just like, it was heaven. So I'm really happy and excited to continue my lessons. I do once a week now for 45 minutes. They're 45-minute private classes with my coach. And yeah, they've just been working out really well. So now that I'm back home, I got home at like 8:15, so I had like a lot of time before work started at 9. But I am just gonna be doing my full-time job for most of the day, and then I am going to do a little bit of freelance work. I don't have much freelance time today because I do have a pole class at 6:45. So like I said in an earlier clip, I obviously don't want to do these things on the same day because I like to give days of rest. But with every season that comes, especially when it comes to like your hobbies or if you're taking classes, they do release new schedules each season. So it just happened to line up that for this fall season, I do have a skating class and a pole class on the same day, which isn't ideal, but if I have to do that, I am willing to make sacrifices, so many sacrifices for my hobbies. So yeah, that's my day today. It's looking pretty busy, just like during the day, but like actually very light work. You know, for the work day, it seems like a pretty chill week. Maybe I'll have time to do some freelance over lunch, like while I'm eating my lunch, just like do some freelance stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to share that about my skating classes. If you want to know more about my like skating journey and like how to get started as an adult figure skater, I post a lot about that on Instagram, so make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I will link it in the description. I just post a lot about like expenses, like my monthly expenses and everything, especially because I know how hard it can be for people to get started. But like if you're thinking about starting it and you're like worried, obviously finances is a huge thing, but if you're worried about like the stigma of like being an adult skater, like being, you know, at my big age, like skating with like the children because there's so many kids there, or just like how the public perceives you, just freaking do it. Like it is so fulfilling for me to do it now and just like realize like how worried I was back then about starting it, so much so that I like put off starting figure skating for so long just because I was afraid of what people would think if they saw me skating. Like would they like, you know, call me, I don't know, like would they just think it's like childish, honestly? But I've been really loving it, and it's honestly like changed my entire work-life balance. I feel like having very consistent hobbies has changed my work-life balance because it's given me something to like look forward to while I'm working. So working like sort of seems more bearable, and I'm able to be more productive while I'm working because I'm not always thinking about what I should be doing. So also, these are my skates currently. These are just the Riedel. These are like opal ones. I don't really know. I got it at a used skate shop. They were brand new, but they were on sale, and like the used, you know, skate shop, they were like a really beginner skate. And I got these specific ones because, not gonna lie, I didn't know anything about skates, but they were like kind of cheap for how good they looked, and like they were brand new. But what I learned was that these are very beginner skates, and the guy at the skate shop even said I shouldn't have been jumping on these, which makes a lot of sense now, now looking at like the skates that I could have had. So I actually big news, and hopefully I'll be able to unbox it in this vlog. But I actually got a new pair of skates the other day. I went to go get fitted at a like professional skate shop, so I'm just waiting for those to come in for me to get fitted for those. But yeah, I think today was the last lesson I'll ever wear these skates, so it's a little bit sad, but they honestly serve me well. But yeah, these are definitely like really beginner skates. Like, you can't see the blade right now, but the blade is very the blade is very straight. It's not like a little curved for you to do like jumps and spins. And so I think I'm not blaming my lack of progress on these skates, but yeah, they've definitely been kind of a hassle to work with. So